5 questions for the Southside YouTube channel, and we are joined.
Oh, my bad. Okay, let's just keep going.
Yeah, we are joined by the masterpiece, Chris Masters.
Hello. Loving England, good time, cold. At least that's what we said in the last interview, but we're trying to do this again straight.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Straight into it then, the masterpiece gimmick. Did you find an albatross around your neck to maintain a physique, or was it a case of you pushed yourself to maintain that physique which got you the gimmick in the first place?
Yeah, I think I was responsible probably for it, just because from the minute I came to OVW, I had the perception of being a body guy or a Lex Luger or a Ravishing Rick Rude type. So, I mean, but I embraced that, and, so I knew that was the perception of me, so, and then everything kind of fell into place where they changed my name to Masters, and then Matt Morgan came up with the Masterpiece, and then the Master Lock, and, so it all just kind of came together kind of nice. So I wouldn't say it was a shackles, nor was it, if anything, it helped me get my start at least, get me out there, because a lot of guys, they didn't have any ideas for sat in developmental forever.
Were you a natural bodybuilder anyway? Were you always into bodybuilding beforehand, or was it something you developed along the way?
No, just when I decided I wanted to do this, I started working out. It was strictly, I was always, people always have that twisted and think I was like some bodybuilder turned wrestler. No, I started training once I decided I wanted to be a pro wrestler. So that's the story, I'm sticking to it.
And then the Master Lock, you turned a old-fashioned, old-school finishing maneuver that had kind of been watered down over time into something that was a legitimate threat again. Was that a conscious decision to turn an old school move into something, update it for a new generation?
It kind of was. I think we were at a point in time in wrestling where we were trying to recondition the fans, and and wrestling had been pushed so far to the extreme that it was time to kind of recondition the fans kind of to what we grew up on, which wasn't guys coming off of ceilings and through tables every night and practically killing themselves. It was making the simple things that are effective mean something, you know what I mean? Which a full Nelson is effective, if you put a full Nelson on anybody and you torque it, they'll pass out. I mean, you can ask anybody I've been in the ring with. So, I think, it was a reconditioning of the fans, and, it makes sense, it's not the flashiest thing. Like, I didn't think it was like the coolest finish, but when given the time, it did develop rapport, and people react for it still. So, and it builds good drama. So,
it's also going to be very popular here in England. We've got a huge history of catch as catch can wrestling and chain wrestling, etc. It fits in perfectly with that. Again, is that a conscious decision of your decision to come to the UK?
No, the UK just books me a lot, so I mean, why not? But I will say, something about the UK and Europe is, some of the most quality workers that I've seen on the globe. You know what I mean? Guy for guy, you'll find more talent here than anywhere else, even in America. So.
And the final question then, wrestling at the moment seems to be heading down a direction of smaller. Not more technical, but for want of a better phrase, smaller wrestlers, as Bigger is famed for his physique.
Like Christopher Travis type.
Chris Travis, Davey Richards, that type of people, yeah. What's your take on that?
I think talent, you know what I mean? Talent first, It's always about talent. I mean, I grew up idolizing Shawn Michaels. He wasn't the biggest wrestler ever in the game, so... talent first, but I mean, people do want to see larger than life characters too. So, there's a place for everything. So, I mean, it just depends on who it is, man. You know what I mean? Like, there can only be one Rey Mysterio. There can only be one Shawn Michaels. There can only be one Daniel Bryan. So, I mean, and there are rare exceptions to the rule. You know what I mean? So, you got to be really good, to be a top guy and be, small, and you got to have a good connection with the crowd. So, kudos to, like Brian and, everybody already knows Shawn and Ray or Mysterio are two of the greatest ever. So, I don't think it's not a bad thing.
Well, that concludes the 5 questions. Chris Masters, thank you very much, sir.
Hey, thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Me. Good seeing y'all. Peace.